So your kid is a furry. Whether you found out from them telling you, or you found it on their internet history, just know that there's nothing to worry about. Being a furry is no different from any other hobby or interest. A furry is an anthropomorphic animal, or an animal with human characteristics. Simba from The Lion King is a furry. Brian from Family Guy is a furry. Robin Hood is a furry. The concept of anthropomorphic animals actually goes back to ancient Greece, and maybe even before then. If your kid is calling themselves a furry, then it means that they're in the furry fandom. The furry fandom is simply a group of people who are fans of anthropomorphic animals. Nothing more and nothing less. It simply means that you think it's really cool when animals walk on two legs and talk to each other. Many furries in the furry fandom create their own character, or their fursona. A fursona is simply a furry persona. Lots of furries create their fursona out of their favorite animal or color, and they make their fursonas match the personality that they have or that they wish they had. Lots of furries like to create. For example, I create furry-related videos. My main goal with my furry videos is to help others smile and to spread positivity. Other furries may create art. The furry fandom pretty much revolves around art, and because of this, many furry artists are able to make a living through furry art. Furries typically like to get art of their characters or their personas doing different things, like playing tennis, or doing homework, or simply just making a cute pose. There are tons of other ways that furries can create too. There are furries who create and perform their own music. There are furries who are DJs and create their own sets. And there are even furries who dance and perform. Furries like to wear fursuits because it's a way to step into your character and become your persona. Fursuits usually help furries become more confident about themselves, which can really help them elaborate the personality of their persona, rather than the personality of who is under the costume and the mask. There are hundreds of fursuit making companies who have created a living out of making fursuits. It's almost like being a furry can correlate with being an entrepreneur. The main reason furries like to wear fursuits is just because it's fun. If you're thinking this, then you've probably seen furries on TV shows like CSI and My Strange Addiction, which is probably why you're here in the first place. There is a sexual side to the fandom, however, it is not the majority. Media has portrayed furries as a sex-crazed community, but these are just stereotypes. While a majority of furries are not interested in the sexual side, there are the few that are. However, there is nothing wrong with that. It's no different than any sexual interest that you yourself might even have. Furry conventions are a place where furries can get together and have fun. Furry conventions are a place where those in the furry fandom can feel accepted no matter who they are. It is a place where furries can show their true colors and be themselves. Furry conventions are safe for minors to attend. I went to my first one when I was 17. It is not a place where your child can turn a corner and get drugs from people. It is a place where your child can turn a corner and get hugs from a giant fluffy fox. Furries are actually a very generous community. At conventions, furries are able to donate to charity in multiple different ways. The largest furry convention in the world is called Anthrocon and takes place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Not only does the economy boom every year in Pittsburgh during Anthrocon, but in 2015, furries raised $36,000 to the Western Pennsylvania Humane Society. Furries don't sound so bad anymore, now do they? There's always going to be people on the internet who hate on anything just because it's different. But most people in the furry community are very friendly and harmless. Just make sure to review internet safety with your child and they will be completely fine. So I hope you learned a little bit more about what it means to be a furry and that there is nothing wrong with your child for having this interest. If you'd like to see more of me as a furry, you can subscribe to my channel. But if you want to see me as a person, you can subscribe to my comedy channel, where I post new videos every single week. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember, there's nothing wrong with being a furry.